Hey, Kyle here at Maple Systems. Today I'm going to show you our Class 1 Division 2 7-inch Advanced HMI+PLC Combo that has support up to 3 expansion I/O modules. It's the HMC4070A-M. Let's take a look. When you first open the box, this is what it will look like. You'll see the warranty, and then underneath that you'll see the HMC4070 Quick Start Guide. Then there are some accessories in a Ziploc bag, are some mounting clips, as well as a detachable green power connector for your 24-volt DC power supply. And then there's going to be a panel cutout template for your HMC device. Take off the cardboard, and then underneath that in bubble wrap is the HMC4070A-M. So let's remove the HMC from the bubble wrap. Here is the HMC4070A-M. It is a 7-inch TFT resistive touchscreen. It is Class 1 Division 2 rated and supports up to 3 discrete I/O modules. It's also IP66 rated for washdown environments and an operating temperature of 0 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're looking at the back of the HMC device, and here are 3 expansion ports, and right here are the expansion I/O modules. Now we do have 7 different I/O modules for our HMI+PLC Combo devices. And if you'd like to find out more about those, you can visit the Maple Systems website or reach out to our sales team, sales@maplesystems.com. If you use all 3 I/O modules, the max digital I/O is 96 points, so 48 in and 48 out. And the max analog I/O is 15 points, so that's 12 in and 3 out. And digital includes features like high-speed counter, PWM, for example, and analog features RTD, thermocouple, for example. So in order to attach these I/O modules, you need to remove these plastic pieces. So I'm just going to do that real quick. So I removed those plastic pieces and I left them right here. So now I'm going to attach my first I/O module into expansion 1. So that's slot 1. And the way you would attach it, you just simply would attach the I/O module, and then you will want to tighten both screws on the I/O module. But in this example, I'll just tighten one of them, and then I'll attach the rest of them. Now all 3 I/O modules are attached to the HMC. Also on the back of the HMC, there is some I/O. So first you have that detachable green power connector, which will be inserted here. And this is for your 24-volt DC power supply. Next to that is a serial COM port. This is a terminal block connector for RS-232 or RS-485. And then there is a micro SD card slot, which is actually right here on the bottom. This is used for extended memory, so used for backing up your files. And then right here is a USB 2.0 host port, which is used for uploading and downloading your project in MAPware-7000. As well, it can be used for extended memory and backing up your files. If you come over here, there is a USB-C client port, which is used for uploading and downloading your project, as well as going online with your project on the HMC device. So it's used for online connection. And then I'm going to turn the HMC, take a look at some more of the I/O on the back. Right here is a DE9 serial COM port. This is used the same way as the other terminal block over here. So it's used for serial protocols, which is RS-232 and RS-485. And then lastly, there is a RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, which is used for uploading, downloading, and going online with your project, as well as establishing online connection with your HMC device. It's also used for various Ethernet protocols. Okay, now I am in MAPware-7000, which is the software for the HMI+PLC Combo devices. You can download the latest version of MAPware-7000 on the Maple Systems website. And MAPware-7000 has IEC programming language, which is ladder diagram, function block, structured text, instruction list, and sequential function chart. So it has 5 different ways you can program your logic. And I want to show you how you would configure your I/O modules, which you attach to the back of the HMC device. So to do that, on the left side, you want to click I/O allocation and then hit the plus sign and then expansion. And I already have all 3 configured here, but I want to show you how you would do this. So you would double click on slot 1, and then under model, you can choose that model name here, and then check off download configuration settings. Then click Configure, and here is where you configure your I/O module. You can do high-speed counter input, PWM output, so you can configure that here, and then every time you change a setting, you want to hit confirm, and it'll be added here to your settings preview. So I'm going to close this out and then hit OK. So you do that for all 3 of your I/O modules and make sure that you have them in the correct order according to which slot they are in on your HMC device. Next, I'm going to download this demo project to the HMC device, but first I'll need to power on the HMC. So I have a power supply going into the HMC, and then I also have an Ethernet cable going into the LAN port because I'm going to download that demo project using an Ethernet cable. So I'm going to turn my power supply, and the HMC will boot up. You'll see the Maple Systems logo on a blue screen. I'm going to go back into MAPware-7000, and it will load the application. In the bottom right corner, you can see the camera feed of the HMC device. And there's the demo project. You will receive that demo project when you receive your HMC device. But I want to show you how you would download this project to the HMC. To do that, you can either download via USB-C with the USB-C cable, or you can use an Ethernet cable. So to choose either or, you're going to go to the Tools tab here, and then go to PC communication mode. So you can choose either USB or Ethernet. So I have an IP address here for my HMC device. I'm going to click OK, and go to Mode. Go online with download. Then a communication window will pop up and you'll see that IP address here if you're using Ethernet. You want to check off application and then click download. And it'll go through the downloading process. You can see it's going through that process on the HMC in the bottom right corner. Download it complete. And then it'll load that project onto the HMC. Okay, now I'm using VNC. I'm remoted into the HMC device, and the larger screen is VNC Viewer, and in the bottom right corner in the camera feed is the actual HMC device. So I'm going to walk you through some of the features in the demo project. So I'm going to use my mouse in VNC. I'm going to click Scale Raw Data, and here you can see some temperature data. And go home. Let's go to Real-Time Trending. Here it gives an example of office temperature control. You can see that the temperature will rise to a certain temperature, and then once it gets to a certain temperature, it will cool off, and you can see that real-time trending right here. Let's go home again, go to alarms. Here is a real-time alarm display example. Let's go back home. So those are some of the features in the demo project. Now I want to go through the system settings on the HMC device. You can either access that via the demo project, which is System Settings. It brings you to this page here, and then click Go to System Menu. And that is a way you can get to your system settings. You can also close this out. Let's just go back home. You can also use the resistive touchscreen. So I have a stylus in the top left corner of the screen. You can hold down the screen for 3 to 5 seconds. And it opens up the system settings page. Now in your system settings, you can see your IP address, your runtime version, MAC address. You click here. This is your network settings. You can either have DHCP or a static IP. Let's go back here. You click this here. This is how you would set your VNC password. Click the gear icon. RTC settings. You can turn your beeper control on and off. Sleep mode, brightness control. Here you can dim your HMC screen. Screen calibration, mouse cursor, USB update upload, and then reboot as well. Click this again, click here, and here is where you can set your username and password for your login screen. So those are all the system settings on your HMC device. Well, that's all for today, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it on YouTube and subscribe to the Maple Systems YouTube page. To get more information on our HMI+PLC line and also the Expandable I/O modules, you can visit the Maple Systems website or reach out to our sales team, sales@maplesystems.com. Also, be sure to watch the HMI+PLC video training series and visit the MAPware-7000 tutorial pages on the Maple Systems website. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.